how can you feel less anxious about speaking to someone or people you haven't spoken to in a while? So I think this is a great question because we all go through our phases of being extroverted and being introverted, of wanting to be in the external world and also wanting to be in our internal worlds and not feeling as talkative, as sociable, as energetic about social interaction. And that's completely normal. And yet we can feel a sense of shame when we are then returning to our social world and we're kind of coming out of our hibernation, our winter, about that not being acceptable, about maybe there's judgment there, about there's something being wrong with us, or there is something wrong with us for having needed that time to ourselves, no matter how long that time lasts, if it's a couple weeks, a couple years, whatever is your experience. And so I think this hits on two things. One, I think it hits on dealing with anxiety. And then two, I think it hits on normalizing that aspect of our energy in our relationship. So communicating effectively and sharing our experience and asking for the kind of support we're really wanting. So the first part about dealing with anxiety, there's a lot of different tools, techniques we can use to deal with anxiety. First, I always like to go internal to relax the body. So to find out where anxiety manifests in your body by trying to find tension in certain energy centers. So when you think about this person or the fact that you haven't spoken to a certain person or people for a long time, tune in. Where did you just clench? Where are you feeling tension? Where does it hurt? Does your belly kind of tighten? Does your chest tighten? Does your throat? Is it the muscles in your shoulders, your traps, your back? Is it a clenching of your jaw or a furrowing of your brow? Find that tension. Take a deep breath in. Hold for a second at the top. And then breathe out deeply. And then we'll do it again with our attention focused on that tension. We'll breathe in deeply, hold at the top, and then sigh it out. And on our third breath in, we're going to hold at the top. And when you release, move your body, shake your body in kind of like a figure 8 motion. And move that tension out. Do whatever stretching you need to do. If it's turning from side to side, if it's rolling your neck, if it's being really fluid, do whatever you need to do to move that tension through your body and out through your breath. So that's one way to work with anxiety in our body. And to work with anxiety in our mind is to change our perspective into being less judgmental and really kind and accepting and really meeting ourselves where we are at. So literally telling ourselves whatever experience you are having is okay, is perfect, is exactly what you need to be having or experiencing in order to be exactly who you are in this moment and then grow and evolve. And so every experience we have, every bit of anxiety is necessary and perfectly okay. And then the second step about communicating that with our friendships is really vulnerably and responsibly sharing. So, hey, let me share what's happening for me while taking full responsibility and communicating what's really true. If it's, hey, I've been spending a lot of time, or I had a long time where I was struggling with being social. And I feel kind of ashamed of that. I feel kind of ashamed of not prioritizing our friendship. I feel guilty about, maybe the way that could have made you feel, the ways that could have hurt you. And at the same time, I want to create an atmosphere in our relationship, or between you and me of space, of spaciousness, of acceptance, of love, of deep presence. Basically, I want this kind of thing to be okay. I want to feel understood in it, and I want to be understanding when you go through your phases of that. To know that our friendship has the space for that we can be okay with each other's moods, to not take them personally, and to maybe even commit to a coming back together, or even a signal to let each other know that, hey, I'm in one of those spaces where, I'm just really wanting to be alone within myself, in reflection, to be not social. And I'll let you know as soon as I'm ready to surface again.